Hey everyone, this is Cool Kid, and we're joining another one of my One Piece chapter reviews. And before we get into that, I found this information just a couple hours ago. I don't know if I would do a whole video about this, but yeah, I just like to give thanks to Library of Ohara for this, and I'll link in the description. Artur, thanks. But the One Piece Tokyo Tower, it'll be closing its door soon. So basically, yeah, it'll be shutting down permanently soon. Unfortunately, we don't know when it'll be, but it'll be, closing sometime soon. More information is linked in the description below. Personally, I think it'll be kind of suck that, I never will probably go to the Tokyo Tower, but hey, all good things must come to an end. Just, why I give you that piece of information. And, I guess I'll mention this. I saw this one image made by Tina Fate 1, and, personally, I almost was going to put it in the review, see on screen right here, but I decided not to, but I still like to share it. Links in the description, and let's get into the actual review segment. Looks like we're back to another One Piece chapter review, chapter 984, which I can definitely tell you, even before reading this one, I was kind of excited to see this chapter, but I guess I'll just start it. No, bullcrap, pleasantry. Let's start it with the cover page this week, which is, we're still on Oh My Family, and I think we're reaching towards the end. If not, actually, this could be the final Oh My Family, but it's basically Pound telling Chiffon and Lola, saying, "I'm your father," and they got the faces. And look, I know people. There are still people kind of just generally mad because Pound isn't dead, and don't worry, I'm not the only one who thinks Pound should be dead, and I feel like people can't get away from that. But even though I think this gives kind of a good ending with this whole Pound story, and the whole Oh My Family, and I think it's a nice, touching reunion that we're finally getting, that D's needs to deserve. Yeah, I didn't mess up on my words, but that's all I really have to say about it. If anyone else thinking this cover page is taking too long, well, let's just say I think this cover page should be coming towards an end, or if not, is the final cover page. But let's actually start with the chapter, which this chapter pretty much begins with. You remember last chapter how both OT and Page 1 were knocked out? They pretty much get back right up at the beginning of this chapter, with even Page 1 just saying, "Man, he almost dislocated my jaw." And you got all like the fodder soldiers that are like, "What, man? This is crazy. They could, these ancient zones can take a lot of hits." And even OT basically comes back up pretty easily. And I think just this scene alone lets us to represent ancient zones are harder to take down, because from the way it looks, they could probably endure a lot more hits than a regular zone can. So it is pretty cool that we're getting an aspect of it, or it just might be a thing that dinosaur zones or dragon zones might do. Let's see. Ulti gets mad. He's like, oh, damn you, Yamato. You think you're using Kaido-sama's Thunder Bakua? You think you're rolling with the grown-ups? Well, don't make me laugh. It was more like a Thunder Soa, which is, I think it's like some Buddhist or Hindu or something teaching where it refers to, she's referring to the 4 trigrams as, you know, refer to the 8 trigram. However, it'll sound more smoothly, hopefully, in the, you know, official translation. Page 1 pretty much moves right off as soon as he hears Yamato and Luffy have stopped moving, so he heads towards him, and then we go to the next page where it's basically, I guess, Luffy and Yamato get into a scuffle. I'm being honest, I kind of did not expect this to happen. I really didn't, but yeah, Yamato's like, oh, look, I'm not going to hurt you, man. Yamato's like, look, I'm not going to hurt you, and Luffy's basically like, I'm just not going to, you know, follow someone that I don't even know. And even Yamato's like, come on, listen to me. And Luffy's like, okay, I'll give you 5 seconds. But he's like, there's people here. I want to do this somewhere else. And let's see, fire soldiers are complaining. He's like, I guess I should mention how he mentions, like, Yamato's like, well, this reminds me all more of him. Our fights together. Ooh, I'll think about talking about it whenever we get into, I guess, later in the chapter. But, yeah, there's basically, I guess, a huge explosion, and page 1 reaches there, and he's like, yeah, where's Yamato? Firelight, they lost sight of them, and then in the next scene, we go to the, I guess the Skull Dome live stream. Back to the good old execution of Momonosuke. Orochi basically kind of just goes on about, this was from 20 years ago, and thanks to Lady Toki's witch powers, he's brought back to the future. And we go with just some, I guess, random fodder beast soldiers, and they're like, oh man, why are we supposed to buy that? They were totally wiped away a long time ago. Isn't that right, guys? And then probably, I don't know if I would say this is my favorite scene in the chapter, but I freaking love this. We got both Jinbei and Robin in the Beast pirate uniforms, totally in character. And I'm not gonna lie, like, I freaking love how, Robin is totally, like, playing her part, like, come on, bring them down. I want to see some of his eyeballs come out. It's really cool. I freaking, man, God, it's really cool. They play the whole part, especially good. Let's see. They do, I guess, in secret talk. They're like, what should we do? We can't let Momonosuke die. And let's see, Jinbei is basically like, well, we just have to wait for the samurai to make their move. We just have to wait, and then we see, I guess, just some other samurai who are in disguise, basically being like Momonosuke. So there's there's that. Then we go to the Polar Tang, the High Heart Pirates submarine. Basically, they're like, okay, we're being sucked in, but powerful tide, and we only have one chance to do this. So basically, what Law does is he basically transports him and all the scabbards onto onigashima with his room shambles ability. Switch them places with rocks, and then they arrive at the backside of the island. I believe that's what was said, but yeah, they arrive there. Then out of the sky, boom, Nekomamushi falls, and then we see Marco's here and Izo. Oh my god! I mean, we got this reunion with. I mean, okay, actually. I don't think the other Scappers would actually know about Marco other than Nekomamushi and Inarashi. They're the only two, but there's that. And also we got, Izo's return, and everyone's like, oh my god, it's Izo. And we got this little, tearful moment with Izo and Okiku, which, fun fact, I actually, looked this up a little while ago, but did you know actually, it's so weird, Okiku and Izo, Izo is half the size of Okiku, let me look. Okiku is let's see, 2.67 meters tall, or since I live in America, for those Americans, gotta be weird. She's about 9'5", and freaking Izo is 1.92 meters, or Izo is literally half the size of Okiku. Personally, my reasoning for this is Oda is like, okay, most of the commanders for the Whitebeard Pirates, they're about, average, they're human, naturally human heights. But then, when he went with Wano, all the Wano characters gotta be kind of taller. They gotta be at least 9 feet tall. And, I didn't think he looked in foresight. And we don't see it in this chapter, the height difference, but I really just want them to at least, I don't know, at some point, point out that height difference. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, let's see. Okiku is getting sad, and everyone's welcoming back Izo, and then we go back, let's see, with Kaido, and he just basically walks into, I guess, the execution, and he's like, I'm going to spice up with this lame execution and make something more interesting. And yeah, I think this moment right here pretty much just states that, oh yeah, the next chapter, I think, the real battle's actually going to start. Let me see, does he say anything else of notice? I guess a little bit earlier, it says Lin hasn't shown up. He does say he'll make this announcement alongside of the execution. And listen up, this is the new Onigashima initiative. Nothing else of notes. And then we go into, I guess, there's an attic. I guess that would make sense, but whatever. We're in the attic, and basically we're with Luffy and Yamato, and Luffy's there's like, okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes, just 5 minutes, and basically Yamato just goes on, which I love how this starts. He's like, okay, one day I went to my dad and I said, I want to be Kazuki Oden. And he beat the hell out of me. I don't know why. I kind of find that funny, but basically, he goes on saying he saw the execution of Odin 20 years ago, which does at least confirm to me. I think I at least got the age rate right, where he's around his mid-20s. Let's see what he goes on about. He talks about how there's never been a samurai like him, and how Orochi and Kaido basically, killed him very dishonorably, and he was so frustrated. Let's see. He felt. Let's see. He felt such a inferno in his chest and such sadness, and then he found. Let's see. Odin's logbook, which, yes, I call that. I did say it was going to be Odin's journal or logbook or whatever, because I feel like that if it wasn't going to be important, why would they bring that up? But where was I? He basically, that logbook, and he said it's been my Bible ever since. Let's see. He talks about how Orochi and Kaido have no idea about this book existence, and with the Red Scabbers dead, I mean, not really. They're still alive, but he says with the Red Scabbers dead, I plan to reopen this country, and I want you to fight alongside me. And Yamato takes off the mask with the long flowing hair, and Luffy's like, oh, I thought you were Kaido's son. Reveal. Yamato is Kaido's daughter. That's where the chapter ends. Oh wait, no it doesn't. Actually, I guess the other thing of the point is, she says, or he says, you know what? I'm just going to call Yamato he for right now. He says, you remind me of Ace. 1 week break. Yeah, wait. Yeah, 1 week break, and, that's the end of the chapter. I know some of you guys are kind of just mad because, we're having another 1 week break, and I know for the last couple of weeks we were doing pretty good, getting chapters out, but now it's we're getting back onto the week-on-week basis, and I've read One Piece and long enough to know that's its usual schedule. So I guess things will go back to usual. Let's talk about Yamato, who I'm going to be honest, I actually did not expect the whole reveal of him being a girl, which to be honest, I'm not bothered by. Well, I did hear this one theory about Yamato actually being Toki, but I don't really buy that. But that's all I heard of. Yamato being a girl. That's all I've heard from it. It really doesn't change my opinion of Yamato. One thing. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I just noticed something. Yamato has, normal sized boobs. I know I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but, usually in One Piece, we all know the characters' boobs are, really big, and they've been kind of like that since Water 7, but I think this might be the first boobs I've seen in a while in One Piece where they're kind of normal size. Wait a minute. Did I really spend all this time talking about breast? Okay. Let's get on topic. Ace, which obviously when she was talking, I mean, he was talking earlier about, reminding him of fights he used to have. I think that's who was Yamato talking about. So I think we might get a flashback with Ace again, which it's not going to be a long flashback. I probably think what's going to happen next chapter, a 3-page flashback. Nothing more, nothing else. But I'm still curious. What Yamato's I guess view on Ace. I mean, or whatever the hell Ace did, because yeah, he was on Wano before, so we have to see about that. I guess I gotta be real with you guys. After this chapter, I really want to make another. I really do really want to make another Yamato video. I don't know if I'm going to do or not, but that's a possibility. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. There's the battle is pretty much going to be revealed as a battle whenever it happens next chapter. I guess I could talk about. No, I might be talking about this again, but I freaking love Beast Pirate Robin. Best thing in this chapter, probably. Let's see. I guess I'll just talk about how, the ancient zones are pretty. They have a lot of, I guess, endurance or shell armor or whatever. I like that because I guess with this arc they've been not throwing curveballs, but making the ancient zones kind of different. Like with the whole thing of them usually just going full zone, and this of them being kind of durable and having a lot of endurance. So I'm up for little changes with usual zone fruit. So that's always cool. And plus, I really like Ulti. I want to see more from her from this arc, and I'm kind of thankful that she just kind of went up almost immediately. So that's pretty cool. And I guess that's really I guess I gotta say for this chapter. Yeah, as I said earlier, I'm probably gonna make a Yamato video. So any more real, I guess, thoughts or theories I probably should, save for the Yamato video. So yeah. Well, either way, I'm just really excited to see what's next up for One Piece. Oh my God, Ava! I just noticed I didn't knock you down at all in this chapter, man. I honestly, Ava's been doing well. And you know what you guys should do, typical YouTuber, like, comment, subscribe, typical stuff. I mean, I don't know, comment down whatever you feel like. But yeah, next chapter, we are going to see the reveals. Or the whatever. I don't know. Just stay tuned. I suck at these, okay? Let the battle onigashima continue. We gotta figure out a way to end this.